in problem number 4 about GPA, you figured out the GPA by looking at the number of credits as the weight. All right, so here's our number of credits, and so we're going to divide by the total weight. Now, before we started this actual computation, we were asked to determine which class or classes carry the most weight. Well, the most weight is 5 credits, so math and astronomy are going to carry the most weight towards your GPA. All right, doing poorly in astronomy is going to have a greater negative effect on your GPA than if you were to do poorly in guitar. And conversely, doing very well in math and astronomy is going to have a greater positive effect on your GPA than if you were to do well in guitar. All right, it carries more weight with those 5 credits. So if we follow our formula for weighted mean, we're going to multiply each value by its weight. So in this case, the grade is the value and the credits are the weight. So we multiply each value by its weight, add those all up, divide by the sum of the weights, and that's how you get your GPA for a particular quarter. So now let's put a little twist on this problem in number 5. Now Carl's goal is to earn a GPA of 3.5, and he's completed all of his classes except for math literacy. And he's trying to figure out what grade he would need in order to complete his goal. If we look at what we wrote up here, we can get a really good idea about how to tackle this problem. So in this problem, we know the GPA. In number 5, we know the GPA. So we're going to put this value in for the GPA here. We're going to know what that is. What we don't know is one of our grades. So up here we see all these grades. So we'll rewrite it. But like for one of these grades, say this is the math grade, we're not going to know what it is. So we're going to put an X there. All right, let's see if we can write an equation and figure that out. Okay, so we're going to take and multiply each of these values by their corresponding weight. So we have a value of X times a weight of 5 plus a value of 3.7 times a weight of 5 plus a grade of 3.6 times a weight of 3 plus a grade of 4.0 times a weight of 2. That's going to get divided again by the sum of the weights, which is all the credits, which is 15 credits. And we know we want Carl's GPA to come out to be 3.5. We got to figure out what value of X is going to make this come out to be 3.5. All right, well, there's quite a few ways to tackle this from here, but for me, I like simplifying things, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is actually compute this and see what I get. All right, so 3.7 times 5 plus 3.6 times 3 plus 4 times 2 is 8. So we get 3.5 equals, now instead of writing x5, I'm just going to change that to 5x, which I can by the commutative property. And all this stuff adds up to be 37.3 divided by then 15. Okay, my algebra people, what do we do to get x by itself here? What's the first number we're going to have to eliminate on this right-hand side? Hopefully you're saying 15. 15 is the first number we want to get rid of. So this is being divided by 15, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 15. I didn't leave myself too much room over here. Okay, so on the left-hand side, I'm going to do 15 times 3.5, and that's going to give me 52.5. On the right-hand side, these values are going to cancel or divide to be 1. So I'll be left with 1 times 5x plus 37.3, which is just 5x plus 37.3. Now I think most of you can solve it from here, but let's just go ahead and do it out. All right, so 52.5 minus 37.3 is 15.2. Let's go this way. So now we have 15.2 equals 5x. So our last step is going to be to divide by 5. And looks like we're going to get 3 point something. 3.04. So basically a 3.0. Carl's going to have to get a 3.0 in class, in this class here, in order to have a GPA of 3.5.